The All Progressive Congress in Ikwerre local government area of Rivers State has vowed to retire former governors Rotimi, Amaechi and Celestine Omehia from active politics after the 2027 general elections. The declaration was made by Obinna, Director General of the Ikwerre APC campaign organization during the grand finale rally of August 30 local council polls in Omehia. Ekem expressed confidence that the APC would win all 13 wards in the upcoming elections, citing overwhelming support from residents. He further assured that the party is well positioned for a landslide victory in 2027, dismissing the opposition alliance led by Amaechi and Omehia as weak and ineffective. Dr. Honorable Samuel Wanosike reinforced this assertion, further stating that Amaechi and Omehia will face defeat in their own polling unit, echoing the sentiments of nearly all the state actors in the rally. APC Chairman Tony Okocha backed the local chapter's position and urged Ikwerre people not to allow rival parties dominate the polls. He assured that the exercise will be more than credible than the 2024 October elections nullified by the Supreme Court, stressing the party's commitment to delivering victory for President Bola Tinubu at the national level. What do you make of this story in there?
I still, as a Nigerian, I still laugh at the manner in which politicians display their if I may say, their faith in the public domain. This assertion coming from members of All Progressive Congress in the Ikwerre local government, to me, is appalling, because I believe that they are a family. This is just Ikwerre local government. How many communities make up Ikwerre local government? So they're supposed to understand that it is about we, our people, and our future. Now, the people you are castigating on air were your strong men yesterday, your champions in the war front yesterday. And just because you have developed a new interest, perhaps aligning to another person who is another political champion in his own domain, you are now betraying your own frontliners. No, I don't agree to that.
When you say betray their own frontliners, one would say that last time I checked, Amaechi, Omehia are in ADC now. So does the interest of ADC align with that of APC right now, politically?
Are you aware that in Nigeria we don't play politics of ideology, we play politics of interest? And that is where, thank God you are here and you have heard me over and over speak in against this style of politicking. And that Amaechi is in ADC has not in any way reduced his membership or indigenship of Ikwerre local government. That Omehia is in ADC has not in any way reduced his indigenship in Ikwerre local government. In fact, he can decamp from that political party any moment, but he can never decamp from the indigenship of his, in fact, his aborigine. But you see people coming from this idea that so long as you are not in my political party, we have nothing in common. No. The people of Ikwerre local government still have much to benefit from Rotimi, Amaechi and Celestine Omehia, even though they are not serving in the same political party with them. Because as Amaechi stands today, we know that he has served as a House of Assembly member, a speaker for 8 years, a governor for 8 years, a minister for 8 years. That's 24 years of activeness in politics. So you cannot tell me that a man that has been in a system for 24 years lacks ideas. No. So instead of people of Ikwerre local government to reserve these men, not just to retire them, but reserve them politically for tomorrow use. Now they are coming openly to castigate them, that you retire them and you make them of less importance and things like that. No. I don't agree with them, because I'm speaking from the angle of a patriotic Nigerian who would always want the best for the people of Nigeria.
The question here is not about individuals in the perspective you're looking at it. They are talking about election and politics, not relegating their individuality or relegating what they have done so far, like the former governor, Rotimi Amaechi, the former Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amaechi, not relegating his services to the state or his services to the nation, not relegating to the background. What they are talking about is politics. Politics and not governance. You're speaking of governance. We are talking of politics. The local government election coming up right now is politics. And they're saying they will retire them politically. They are speaking from the angle of the upcoming elections, even in 2027. And you recall that Samuel Wanosike, the former Ikwerre local government chairman, also in his statement said that they will not win the elections even in their polling units. So that's a political statement, not targeted at reducing their or the quality of the service that they have rendered. It's pure politics. So I would rather let's discuss it politically.
If we're taking it from the point, if you are taking it from the political point of view, I would say that the language they used to me is inappropriate.
What's the language?
The language of retirement. Because when you retire as a man, he becomes less effective in his field of duty.
Now the question would be, right now in Rivers State, do you see Rotimi Amaechi, competing favorably?
He may not compete favorably in 2025 local government elections.
So doesn't that mean that they've retired him at the grassroots level?
No, not at all.
Right,
do you know why?
Go ahead.
If Amaechi moves today, I mean, after this local government election, which as much as I know how it came to be, but we are not discussing that. If Amaechi moves tomorrow to reconcile with the FCT minister, his former boy, if he should reconcile with him today, you see that suddenly Amaechi's political influence will resonate. Amaechi's political influence will also shine. So, using the word retiring, I know that they might actually win him. If actually they are saying that we will subject him.
In the last general elections, did the former Minister of Transport win in his local government?
Amaechi has not acted, he has not performed well.
Did he win in his polling unit?
Since Amaechi left office as a governor, he has not performed well politically.
So now, if we are to go by your position that since he left the government, active governance, he has not performed well politically, would you say that the boast of APC right now doesn't have some semblance of truth or reality?
No.
Your angst against the statement is the word retire.
My problem with this statement is...
However, you have agreed that in reality, he does not, he no longer commands the same level of political influence that he used to.
100%.
So now, if it is 100%, how then do you now say that it is also possible that, he can't be retired?
Something happened, I'll give you these narratives. Something happened at some point when I was in primary 2. I failed.
Okay.
I failed in primary 2.
You repeated class?
I repeated class.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to say that on national television.
Why should you be sorry?
But however, do you know one thing? What offended me was that my teacher put 0 in my script. 0. And when I came back, my sisters and brothers were taunting me for returning home with a big egg, akwa. And that the thing offended me to my marrow. That I returned home with our kwokoko.
He would have given you 1 at least.
If she has put bad, I will accept it.
But
that's 0 that look like egg.
An egg.
And so it pained me as a child. And that was what brought about my intelligence academically.
You're right.
I went back and asked myself, does it mean I am good for nothing that I should return with our kwokoko? Now, in my second repeat to primary 2, I took second. How? I learned to look at my teacher while the teacher is teaching. When we solve our whatever mathematics or English or whatever, and they do the revision, that's the correction, I copy it and go back home and practice it. From primary 3 till I finished second, I never took anything second anymore. And now in tertiary institution, I've not had anything less than 75. I have never, till today, even in my master's program.
So how does this apply?
It applies that when a man realizes that he has made a mistake and goes back to correct those mistakes, which you know that age is still on Amaechi, age is still in Omehia. Yes, we can still, at least for today, he's holding the political sway in Rivers State. If Amaechi should swallow his pride and call this guy and say, guy, we are all of Rivers State. Let's move this state forward and stop fighting dirty.
You know, Nze, you are speaking ideally, right? Now, we are looking at Nigerian political reality. Now, let us bring it back to home. Let us bring it back home to Rivers State, as it were. Rivers State politics is very peculiar and is deeply entrenched in grassroots mobilization and movement. Now, as it stands today, would you say that Celestine Omehia and the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amaechi, hold the same sway and influence at the grassroots level? You said no. Now, with APC and PDP, who right now are the cronies of the FCT minister, the moment this election holds and they emerge as local government chairman, your guess is as good as mine. What it is right now in Rivers State, Rivers people will naturally follow grassroots.
Sure.
So which means that by the reason of the APC PDP candidates, by the consensus or however they came out to be elected, if they win this election and they are inaugurated, what it means is that the FCT minister is holding sway in Rivers State. And it means that both APC and PDP, somehow, I don't know how that is going to play out, but somehow they are now a family in Rivers State. So it's now PD-APC against ADC. Good. Correct?
Good.
Now, if that is the case, you agree that majority of Rivers people will naturally go where the pot is boiling. What is left for the ADC?
Good. This morning I had in the news, I don't want to call name, because though the name was mentioned in the news, the leader of Simplified Movement. You know when Simplified Movement was abolished? Just yesterday. But the leader of Simplified Movement is one of the frontliners of Chidiloy's electoral victory. You know, the campaigners for Chidiloy's victory in APC. Chidiloy was a staunch PDP who later went back to APC with Amaechi. And when he had a fallout with Amaechi, when he discovered that Amaechi's popularity was going down, he returned back to PDP with Yeso Wike. And was given the local government chairman. And now he has also moved from PDP to APC. See, why I'm saying this is that for Ikwerre people of Ikwerre local government to come openly to say that they will silence, because retiring a man simply means silencing him. They wouldn't have done that, because it is possible that if Amaechi can perhaps swallow up his pride and shift ground from ADC, because I know it was a very, very miscalculation joining this coalition for Amaechi and Peter Obi. I know that. It was a very big miscalculation. They are simply fanning the ember for Atiku, and it will not favor them at all. So if Amaechi can recall, or maybe after watching this discussion, take himself back home and think, and now schedule a secret meeting with Yeso Wike, and they come to agree, and Amaechi defects from ADC, perhaps back to APC, or even PDP.
If you have studied the nature and character of individual politicians in Rivers State, you will understand that the former Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amaechi, is a conservative politician.
Yes, I know.
I hope you know that.
I know that to a large extent.
Being conservative makes him not so flexible like others.
But
so, in truth, when you look at the character and the person of Rotimi Amaechi, you know that what you're saying right now might not be feasible.
It is feasible because in politics there is dynamics. In politics there is that, and what you see today, just like what I pointed recently, someone who was here, a diehard here, has suddenly become a frontliner here. So you see that despite the conservatism of our nature of Amaechi,
if you have followed,
Amaechi can still change.
If you have followed the crisis between the former Minister of Transport and the current FCT Minister, if you have followed their history and their crisis up until date, you will know that you're talking about two parallel lines.
But do you know that Amaechi and Wike has never had a face-to-face clash? See, what we see here is media battle. What we see, the crisis we experience between Nyesom Wike and Rotimi Amaechi is just merely media battle.
All right, very well.
Because when it comes to reality, remember both of them are from the same ethnic nationality. Note that. It is possible that after fighting politics, APC, PDP, ADC, when Ikwerre gathers and Amaechi appears, he is being respected as an ex-official. Nyesom Wike is being respected as an ex-official. It is possible for these people to eat kola nut together from the same pot. So when you are now looking at trying to whip up sentiment about their grievances and battle and here and there, it is possible that these people will reconcile. In fact, I am pleading that in the near future, if not now, that Ikwerre ethnic nationality and other ethnic nationalities in Rivers State should be able to gather themselves together and have a common front where they have a single man who can speak to them, who can tell them stop and they will stop, rise and they will rise.
Right.
Anytime we have such a person, it will be too possible and simple for such a person to call Amaechi, call Nyesom Wike, and some other Ikwerre VVIPs, so to speak, and they come together and say, how do we move this state forward? How do we move the Ikwerre clan forward?
Right.
Look at what just happened recently when an Ikwerre man accepted the position of the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, the Igbo socio-cultural apex body, an Ikwerre man. And you see so many Ikwerre people coming up to say, we are not Igbos, we are not Igbos. And the Ikwerre man is now the one ruling Igbos. And you say they are not Igbos. You see all those little political skirmishes here and there. But I believe that a time shall come when these people will come close, together once again and said, this is what we want. And when they speak same voice, you see every other person follow. Because today everybody is running around Nyesom Wike. Not because he's God, but he has proven himself a diehard politician. A man who will hit back and hit forth and still remain standing. A man who will move forward and look at his followers and see that they are not following very closely. He leaves the front and runs back and push the people front and keep moving. He is a leader that carries his people along. That's just the only area I can celebrate Nyesom Wike. But you see that Rotimi Amaechi does not have that kind of charisma, so to speak. He will just move forward. Even when his followers are being lame, and they are not able to follow, so he will just keep moving.
Now, if that is the case, and that is the current reality, how then do you fault the statement of the APC when they say that they are going to retire Amaechi and the ADC in 2027?
Do you know that?
Is that a remote possibility?
It is possible, but I'm saying it is not right. Understand me. It is possible, but it is not right. Look, Charles Wobro, the local government, the incoming local government chairman of Ikwerre local government, is a neighbor. They are sharing boundary together.
Are you aware that
someone want to seek it with Rotimi and Omehia are sharing boundaries still?
This is politics. You need to understand. This is politics. You are bringing in emotions. And in politics, emotions has no place.
No.
Hold on, this is politics. And hold on. Even within the neighbors, even within Kingsmen, they hold elections for certain positions. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good. Even within the local government, elections are being held for certain positions. Are these elections, are the candidates contesting against each other, not from sometimes the same kindred, sometimes the same community? Does that make them enemies? So, if during the campaign, your target is to win, winning, is that not retiring this other person's ambition, pending the next one?
Okay, pending the next
one.
So, fine.
No, hold on.
If it is from this concept, I believe that for sure, as it stands now, Amaechi and Celestine Omehia, having taken their stand with ADC, will have to rest for now. But if they look at it from the angle I am coming, because today I'm 25 years in politics. I joined active politics year 2000. I joined active politics year 2000, and I played the frontline politics since then. Though at some point I have to surrender because of what I'm seeing. Perhaps I was retired then, but I have now resumed again.
Right.
But the retirement they are giving to Rotimi, Amaechi and Celestine, Omehia, I believe, is not a permanent retirement. It could just be a retirement for a time, which I believe that if someone wants to seek, who is the leader of APC or PD, in fact PD APC in Ikwerre local government today, if he will look at it from the angle I'm looking at it, because you know that in politics, emotion and sentiment must play, whether you like it or not. Let him see how he can protect his kinsmen. Because these men were your frontliners yesterday. They were your champions yesterday. And if by today, because of issue of alignment and things like that, they are now aligning to ADC and coalition, and you are aligning to PD, APC, and you now say they are no longer important. No, they will still be important tomorrow. So do not retire them permanently. I know that this election of 2025 and 2027 will definitely keep them in the cooler for now, because they will not win River State in this 2025 local government election. Neither will they win or make even any positive impact.
You mean Amaechi?
Amaechi and Omehia, no. Right. They won't make any positive impact in 2027 because I've said a lot about their coalition and how it has come to be. I see that it is not holding any water, except if they can make media noise, they can go ahead and do that. But they will not really perform anything reasonable. So let them be kept in a cooler as against when they will be needed, so that you can.
Having been kept in a cooler, is that not retiring them pending when they are needed?
Temporary retirement. If they add that adjective, I think it will be okay.
All right, very well. They say the issue is that it should be temporary retirement.
Yeah.
It should not be permanent.
It shouldn't be permanent retirement because it wouldn't be good for people of Ikwerre.
Because according to you, they are kingsmen.
They are kingsmen, and they are still very, very important in the society.
All right, very well.